Now, how many of you guys were involved in the combat here over the religious exemption for kids go to school? Happening all over the blue states, right? Well, what did they say? Well, they said there's no religious beliefs that have anything to do with vaccines. That's crazy. In fact, the guy who introduced the bill, Dinowitz up there in the Bronx, said that's absolute garbage. Well, we all know that isn't true, right? And we have a really dynamic leader. He's here in New York, he's in New Jersey, he's in Connecticut, he's wherever he's needed in our fight. And he's going to be talking to you today, and it's the Dr. Reverend, or is it Reverend Doctor? Aaron Lewis, where are you here?
Thank you. Everybody, you already know that I love you, so I don't even have to say it. I love every single one of you. I love every one of you. Listen, we are in the midst of one of the craziest things that I've ever seen in my entire life. And one of the things that they're trying to do is to normalize what is not normal, right? What is completely not normal. As a cleric and a pastor of some 33 years now, I started when I was 0. I was about 0 years old when I started. But of 33 years, I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. Now, I wish all y'all came to my church on Sunday, but let me explain something to you. Whether you do or not, your right to believe what you believe and how you believe belongs to you. No corporation, no school district. You understand? Nobody. Not even myself. I can't dictate to you how you live your faith. That is a God-given, inalienable right that cannot be taken away from you by anybody, by this illegitimate mayor, by an illegitimate governor. Nobody can take away your right to faith, however that faith plays out. It doesn't matter. And so what I've seen was absolute treachery. Things that are demanded by employers is absolutely unfounded. And I'm thinking to myself, this is ridiculous. I've written letters for people, and I get responses back from your districts asking me about my credibility, right? Right, I've done this for 33 years. My daddy was a bishop for 69 years. My grandfather, who was born in 1886, died a bishop at 81 years old. I'm third generation. You understand? But they're asking me to give them credentials. You understand? I don't have to give them nothing. But listen, I'm going to even tell you something that's even more powerful than that. We're playing their game because we're trying to get through this madness. But I'm here to tell you, you don't have to give them nothing either. Because you're not criminals. You didn't break nobody's law. And because we've come to a point where people want to manipulate. They want to manipulate an entire scene and make you do something that you don't want to do. It is crazy. It is ungodly, and it is unconstitutional. They want to make us forget how we got to where we are. I know that our country, my brother said, he said previously, I know our country has so much further to go, but everybody can admit that we have come a very, very, very long way. Are you understanding what I'm saying? And so we cannot be baited. We cannot be baited into racial disharmony because we didn't have a problem with one another. It's them that wanted us to have a problem with one another. Because when we fight, they win. But when we come together and strategize, they lose. And so I'm here to tell you that the reason why they have been fighting strong against us is because they know something that we may not even be aware of, that they're getting ready to lose and lose big. I say this to every one of my black and brown brothers and sisters. I love you. I love you in the name of God. I love you. But I want you to share when you go home and with whomever will listen to you that much of what's happening right now, if anybody should opt out of it, it ought to be black and brown folks because it looks and smells just like African slavery in America. My Jewish brothers and sisters, I love you. Shalom. The peace of God be on you. And I want you to know that you are not alone. We are standing in solidarity with you. But you're a Christian pastor. Yes, I'm a Christian pastor. But when my Jewish brother falls, I fall with him. When my Jewish sister gets up, I get up with her, because the one thing that they're trying to get you to believe is that we're divided, but we're not divided. We are one. And I'm encouraged beyond belief that all of you, your beautiful faces, your beautiful smiles that they told us to hide for 18 months, I'm glad to see your smiles, your faces, your expressions. You know why? Because we're coming together. And I don't care what they do. It doesn't even matter to me. I'm not worried about it. If you're black, you already understand. We done been through this already. And so one of the things that we are committed to doing is to sticking together. And as we stick together, we got to understand that we are no longer bowing down to their threats. Let them fire you. Sue them. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You have to be willing to lose a little bit to gain a lot. Because when we stand up collectively, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen when we stand up collectively. The game is going to be over. Let's not make this a one-time event. Let's do this until we shake the foundation of the world. We've got people overseas in Europe and Australia, on the continent of Africa, who are suffering far worse than we are. We stand in solidarity with them. And I decree and I declare right now that this will not last, because the power of God is with us. God bless you, and God bless these United States of America.
Reverend Aaron Lewis, cheer for him. Thank you.